Hey, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Beautiful day here today. No rain at the moment. Did catch a little bit yesterday. I'll cover that in a future video, but today we're going to look at a brand new battery out from REDODO. And you know we love REDODO, and they've been a great product. So let's see what's new with them. So we got another nice new battery to take a look at from REDODO, and we've tested many of their batteries in the past and they all work fantastically. The most recent one we did was this mini, and you can see that this is the new one right here, and you can see although their capacity is the same, they're both 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries. This is their new LTCP, low temperature charging protection unit. You can see that it's a little bit bigger than the mini. The mini has those pouch cells. They work just fine. We've been using this battery quite a bit, but for today this one's going off to the side, and we're going to talk about their brand new one right here. And like all of their batteries, this thing is packed professionally, it's built professionally. We've seen these batteries torn apart, quality builds inside and out. REDODO backs their products with a great warranty. Comes with a nice Ziploc pouch full of all of your instructions. Of course, it comes with your M8 terminal bolts here. And just kind of a standard looking case that we've become accustomed to, and that's all you need right there. And just seeing what it arrived with, 13.22 volts. That's about standard for the voltage that they ship these batteries out with. Yeah, 13.22. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to charge this baby all the way up. And here's just another look at the difference in size, even though they're the same size. As far as capacity, this newer model, a little bit bigger, like you can see from that really lightweight pouch cell battery. And I'll show you what the difference is in weight here. So this new one, the larger one, weighs exactly 23 pounds. And the mini here, 19.8. So just a few pounds difference. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing here is charging it up full for its first full charge. As I showed you, it came in at 13.22 volts. And we're going to take it all the way up to full. We've got it tied into a 500 watt solar system with the MPPT 130 from Victron controlling it. We've got that on the preset for lithium iron phosphate out of 500 watts right now. We've got 350-ish coming in right now. And it has quickly pushed the voltage up to 13.6, but that's under 350 watts coming in. So it's not a true state of charge, but it is charging pretty quick. So this won't take terribly long. We're going to get this completely full, and then we're going to work it out. And while we're letting that charge up, I'll just show you what came in that Ziploc package. You got the quick reference guide. It's got some good basic information that you'd want to go over. And then of course it's got the product manual. Lots of good information in these product manuals. They just get better and better over time. All the pertinent information you would want. And just a quick look at a few things. We can see that they're using prismatic cells in here. The rated capacity is 100 amp hours, 1280 watt hours. Cycle life 4,000 times at 100% depth of discharge. All what has become standard anymore. Very good. Recommended charge current 20 amps. Max continuous charge current 100 amps. Max continuous discharge current 100 amps. So it's got the 100 amp BMS on there. keep everything under control for you. I won't go through this whole thing, but when you get one, you'll want to read it cover to cover. Especially if you're not familiar with these batteries, it's pretty self-explanatory how to use this safely. Okay, this battery is now completely full, 100%. We had it tied up to this solar system, 500 watts of solar coming in through this charge controller. And we're going to, instead of just drain this battery for no reason, we're going to move the power that's in here over to yet another REDODO. This is the 200 amp hour plus, which we have a review coming out on as well, and it could use a full charge. So rather than just deplete this for no reason, we're going to just move that power into another battery. And we can see it is 100% full on the battery monitor. And for the demonstrations today, I've told this battery that there's 105 amp hours. That way, when we deplete this past 100 amp hours, which I'm sure it will do, we'll be able to see exactly what it is. So even though this is a 100 amp hour battery, for the test, I'm just jacking this up to 105 so we can get an accurate read once it's fully depleted. And the first thing that I'm going to do, now that it is completely full, is I'm going to disconnect the solar panels from it. So we will just do a straight discharge with no other solar coming in. Okay, let's turn the inverter on. We've got a 30 amp lithium iron phosphate charger drawing off of this battery. Pulling right now 520 watts roughly. Pulling from this, putting it right into here. And we'll see how long that goes. And like I said, that was at 105 amp hours. And we'll draw this down and see what we end up with. Be back in a little bit. And we'll time it too and see how long it takes to deplete this to empty. And the charger has settled down to about 490 watts, and we're pulling 41 amps off of that battery right now. So drawing 479 watts right now. It's been going for 23 minutes. We have taken the battery down 16% in that time. And since this can withstand 100 amps maximum discharge, continuous discharge, I'm thinking that I'm going to probably charge this battery up full before this one runs out. So I'm going to add yet another charger to this experiment, and I'm going to charge up this Opus portable power station, which is sitting at 55% full. Let's plug that in as well. And we'll see how many watts that's going to take. Usually about 187, and there it is, 187, 188. Now it's going to also pull that much more, and let's charge this up at the same time. And we've got them both running. You can hear the inverter fan kick on. It's a little warm in here. At the moment, we're at 84 degrees in this room. And now this ought to go down much quicker. Let's see how many. Pulling 60 amps at the moment. So yeah, this will go much quicker this way. Down to 83%, and you can see how fast that'll click down now. Still within the 100 amps that this can pull, no problem. Yeah, and that way I can conclude this experiment a little faster. So yeah, let's just let these two things run, pulling 60 amps. So there we are, pulling 478 watts on that. This charger, And we'll go to the number 2 position, which is charging the Opus. And it's pulling 239 watts. So we're, 240, 700 and some odd watts. Can't do my math that quick. Not filming. So anyway, you get the idea. We're really moving some power out of this brand new battery. That is the low temperature control cutoff protection, low temperature cutoff protection battery. Really liking this so far. Of course it charged up just fine. So we're putting a good work on it right now. And instead of just withering that energy out into the atmosphere somewhere with heat, we're going to put it into 2 different units. I did name the charge controller REDODO LTCP for this test, and just to show you guys 0 watts coming in from the panels because we did shut it off. Showing the voltage right there at 12.55, and we'll look at the battery shunt and see what that says. And the shunt reads 12.57, so pretty close from the shunt to the Victron, really close. Just thought you might think that's good if you're comparing devices. The shunt is very accurate, but also the Victron charge controller is very accurate too. So, and we're going down fast now, already down to 77%. So we'll just let it run until it's completely empty and see how full I can get everything else. Okay, we're still pulling about 745 watts. 740 watts, filling this battery, and this portable power station says we're at 13.1%, so she's going down now, still pulling 64 amps off this battery. Yeah, reading 12.1 volts. And of course we had this set to 105 amp hours. So as you can see, in about 8 more amps, we will have reached the specified capacity of this. So it looks like we're on track to do that. And I was just noticing a little bit of warmth here. Not bad. Cables slightly warm to the touch, but I thought, well, shoot, let's put the temperature on that battery case. $100 on the discharging battery. Let's check this charging battery. 92. So about 8 degrees more on that discharging battery. And see if I can catch one of those cables. Positive cable running 104, negative 103. So I thought that'd be good. Just a little slight warmth in the case, but we're pulling 64 amps, so it doesn't feel hot. Okay, it's been running 1 hour and 42 minutes, as you can see right there, and it just passed its capacity test. All we needed to do was get down to 5 amp hours because, like I said, I set that at 105 amp hours. So it has now pulled over 100 amp hours. So this little bad boy, yeah. And let's see what the percentage says. We're down to 4.1%. I'm going to drain it till my inverter will shut this system down. Low voltage disconnect here pretty quick, and we'll see how much more beyond 100 amp hours that it goes. Usually goes, you know, these batteries are built usually with an extra amp hour or 2 in them, so they always pass their capacity test. I'm not as worried about the low temperature cutoff protection here in this environment. Many other people have busted this battery open and tested it. It works absolutely fine. It's a beautiful build. I'm not going to tear this apart. I did want to do the capacity test though, but I wanted to kind of treat this like most of you would treat it when you get it. You just want to pop it in place and make sure that it's working right. You know, the average person is not going to bust it open upon arrival, but we are grateful for those that do, to show us all of the insides and how it does work. But yeah, REDODO, building a very good brand name. And this battery's got to be close to full. So benefit, just move from one to the other. Very good. And now, still drawing. As low as this battery is, it's still pulling now 66 amps. It's got to be getting near shutting down. Coming up 102 and a half amp hours so far, and still going any second now. Coming up on 103 amp hours, just past 103 amp hours, 104 amp hours. This thing's got to go off any minute. 11.1 volt, 0.6%, 71 amps coming off of this. We're going to go out in style. Well, shoot. Looks like it might even get 105 amp hours out of it. Oh, there we go. Almost 105 amp hours. You can hear my inverter going off, and that's it. Just that much short of 105 amp hours. I'm going to shut this baby off. All right. Wow. Just shy of 105 amp hours. Beautiful. At 1 hour and 47 minutes. Yeah, so we worked that baby out hard. Now I wanted to say I don't typically work these batteries this hard. I mean, I run very efficient things in the house, but if you need to run a powerful load, there you go, does it no problem. Fun day, fun test. Yet another great battery from REDODO. Thanks to the REDODO team for sending this battery out for a review. It's always nice to see that they just keep improving their products. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. Great evening, whatever time it is you are, where you are. Aloha.